Hello, I'm here to show you an art activity that you can try in your own home. Today we are going to be looking at window views. Now, the window views that we all have are very different. You could be looking out onto a garden, you could be looking out onto a rooftop, you could be looking out onto trees or a park or roads. Whatever it is that you're looking out onto, I want you to spend some time thinking of a window view that you would like to draw. Now, in order for you to do this activity, you just need a handful of materials. And these materials include a pencil and a pen, some paper. Now for this activity, the smaller the paper, the easier it is for you to capture the view from your window. And depending on the size of the window, you can draw it this way as well. But today we're going to draw it this way. So I would like you to pick up 2 to 3 A5 white sheets of paper. Okay, so once we've got those, that's our basis. You can also make a viewfinder, which I find really useful. So with another A5 sheet of paper or a card, you can cut a rectangle in the middle. So a good tip for that is to fold the card over first and then cut it into a rectangle, and then you've got a wee viewfinder. Okay, so we're going to start by drawing the views. Now before we start doing some drawing, have a look and think about the shapes that are in your views. So I'm not going to do any drawing in this demonstration, but I'm going to show you drawings that I've already done. So my view that I've chosen is tenement flats outside. So this here is drawing with pen, and you can use pencil, and that is just a kind of a sketch. Now the reason we have the 3 sheets of paper is because I want you to draw it 3 times, and each time look for something slightly different in the picture. Okay, so that's the window view number 1, and I'll show you window view number 2 as a 3 picture in a row. Now I've stuck this down to keep it secure. If you want to stick this down and you're concerned about your table or the surface, get some cardboard and stick it on the cardboard. So we're just going to pull this away just now, and there we go. So this is your 3, this is what the beauty of having the 3 together. So this is a garden view. So this is a garden view of a friend's garden they sent me, and they live near a lot of trees. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to add colour to that. And then that will show you more of what is in the picture. Okay, so in order to create some colour, or add some colour, not create, add some colour, you're going to need some brushes. And don't worry if you've not got anything that's this small, you can use slightly bigger ones. Just need to be a bit more cautious about how you're adding the colour. Okay, so you have these fine pointed ones and some sort of rough ones on the edge, and some more particular ones here as well. Okay, now I've got 2 wee tips for you. One is to do with how to preserve or copy your drawings, and the other one is to do with how to create a colour palette. So the first example wee tip I'm going to show you is, this will show as baking parchment. And there's one of, there we go, baking parchment. I just saw a cat jumping there, but that's completely fine. It's going to just get involved behind the camera. Baking parchment is really good for tracing paper. Okay. And with tracing paper, you can make copies of your drawings. Even when you've added colour, so don't panic if you don't do that straight away. You can still add that. So that's wee tip. So when it comes to colour, if you have a colour palette, or if you want to use watercolours, if you have a kit of watercolours, then dig them out. And if you feel comfortable and confident and you enjoy working with watercolours, then please do use your watercolour palette. If you have these chalk pastels at home, this is what I'm going to show you for your wee tip for creating a cheap and cheerful but really, really effective and versatile colour palette. So these are chalk pastels. On another A5 sheet of paper, you're going to draw some circles. You could draw some squares or some triangles. Circles gives you a nice little round palette shape. So I used milk bottle tops to create the uniform circles that are just there, and they've got some colour squiggles on them now. So to add your colour, you're going to pick up the chalk pastels and just apply liberally, just kind of draw liberally onto them. So we're going to pick up some pink tones and some green tones, because what I'm going to paint for you just now are lovely trees. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to add that later. So we'll pop these aside. Now for your water, most of you probably know a jar is really good for this, because you can see the colour changing. So if it becomes really murky, you can see that really quickly, and also it just keeps it a lot cooler for a lot longer as well, which is important. So also have a rag, if you can, handy, some material so that you can wipe your brush in between. So just now I'm going to show you how you can pick up your chalk pastel palette and just add some colour in here. In fact, I'm going to use a slightly bigger brush, sort of a middle-sized brush here. I'm going to dunk that in the water. And what we're going to focus on are the green tones in the trees. So we'll pick up the green tones in the trees. And those of you that have worked with watercolour before will know that it's got this lovely capacity to be quite light and airy and dappley. So we're just going to add this to the three drawings. And what I've chosen to do is just show you the stark difference between the colour of the lawn and the colour of the trees just now, just to dapple in some of the colour. So we've got this dappled in. And my friend lives with a hill in the background. Very beautiful part of the world, part of Scotland near the Trossachs. So if you wanted to, you could actually ask a friend or a family member to donate you a view. That would be lovely. I've got some views from friends in South Queensferry as well, with some nice sunset in the background. Okay, so I'm just going to come back to this now, and we're going to rag this, and there's cat jumping off the table. So we're just going to go blow this just for the demonstration. So we have some greens on the drawing. So just to show you here, and just to show you here. So we've got some greens there. And from the greens, you can kind of see the lighter green in the foreground there. So what we've got is the green lawn and the trees. So that is an activity you can do as many times or for as long or as little time as you would like, and we would absolutely love to see your drawings. We'd absolutely love you to share them with us. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and grab your paints and your pens and your paper and enjoy drawing. Thank you.